Now let me explain our shoe cabinet area. Okay, so right now we are at Parc Esta. This project is a project of mine, and it's different from house one that we are seeing. It's more white and pink, classical theme. So my project here is more like modern Luxe. Okay, so right now we are at the foyer area. So a lot of owners, right, may like to ask whether sometimes you are undecided whether you should build a shoe cabinet or buy loose one. So for us, since we have to take care of the furnishing portion as well, so usually we'll try to strike a balance lah. We'll see whether, for example, how much shoes is required and stuff like that, and also the space. Alright, so for this unit, right, they don't really have a lot of shoes, so this opens up the options for us to explore loose shoe cabinet instead. And what you are seeing behind this shoe cabinet is something that we have to source online. Okay, I will disclaimer one thing first. Please try not to ask us for a link, okay, for our online purchase or where we buy this and that. Because why? In some of the things we can share, especially for those local purchase. But sometimes things that we buy online, we can't really share, not because we don't want to, but usually by the time you see this project, it has been quite a long time. So by then, even if we share the link is not working anymore because those items have already been taken off the shelf. But local purchase is safe. More or less, it will still be there. So we can share it with you guys now. Okay? So this shoe cabinet, I would think that a lot of people will ask me for the link. That's why I want to disclaimer this first. The link is no longer working, and we are so happy with this purchase. Come with a very nice marble tabletop. It comes with like the fluted panel like this, then with all the gold details. And one thing is, even the mechanism, the tic-tac mechanism for this is so good. I'm so impressed. Yeah, with the shoes cabinet. Yeah, it is very good quality. So this is what we decide to place here along our like this foyer wall. But of course, I decide not to go all the way. Yeah, I have it like I would say 2/3 of the space because I want to leave one space here for the shoes cabinet. I mean for Now you take note, if you are getting a shoes cabinet like this, like another reason why we don't want to go full height until the end of the wall is so that we don't want to obstruct the walkway here too much, because if you come here then your walkway will be obstructed. So take note. Okay, now you guys can come on in. Okay, now let me show you to the main living space. Okay. Now, while we are here, okay, for me, I am always very particular about details and profile, especially in terms of my carpentry. Like if I have a tall unit or a full height carpentry, to me, or even a feature wall, to me always I would think, okay, the side profile, how can I make that look aesthetics, or how can I make that look better instead of just it's like very obvious, it's like a chunky piece of carpentry, be it feature wall or a full height cabinet. So over here what you're seeing, this part is the side profile of my full height storage cabinet for my living space. And to play with the profile here, to make it look like, doesn't look like it's intentionally have to be this big or this thick, I have decorated it by incorporating like a panel like this, recessed panel with a nice wall light. Let me just off the wall light for a second. Let me see which one So like, yeah. So you guys can come closer because I don't want to be overexposed. So I created like a frame to house a nice wall light over here. And the details here would be like the inner section area. Because gold will be my essence, like my metal essence in the house itself. So I even have like a gold trimming around the border of the frame as well. So I would say things like this is something that most owners, they will not take note of, but it's small details like this that will really make a difference. Okay, so I kept the framing here, okay, within a certain dimension, so I can still incorporate like a nice curve or arch shape at the corner itself, because this space will be somewhere that we will enter, we will walk into. So I would think that having a curve here is very practical as well. Okay? Yeah, you guys can come in. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see the dining area first. So the dining area, very straightforward. Okay, so this will be my dining space. Okay, it's all Luxe cabinet. I buy a Luxe settee and a 4-seater dining with 2 chairs here. Of course, I would think that this space, right, if you want to put 4 chairs, it's still fine. But if you are more conservative, right, then you can go for a settee lah. Like settee, you can buy loose or you can customize. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, now Bo, you can stand over here while I will show you the rest of the living area. Okay, ta-da! So behind what you are seeing is I would say our main carpentry works for this house itself. Okay, so on my right, this side is all full height cabinet. Okay, and on my left will be my TV feature wall. Okay, now for me, my design inspirations tends to have changed like every season. Okay, so for this season, my design inspiration is I would like to have full height TV feature wall. Okay, because I realized a lot of TV feature wall design is like 3/4 height than a standard TV console. So that is something that is quite common, but if I have the options, I would like to have a grand and a huge TV feature wall like this. And you may wonder, okay, in this case, right, where will be my TV console if I got device that I need to connect and stuff like that? Now, the answer is over here. Okay, now you see I designed my cabinet, although it's full height, but the details will be the groove line that we are having here. So it's not so boring. We have a groove line across. Because why? Because we have 3 doors. So in between the doors, we will have all these gaps. So by having groove line, it look like an intentional details, black line details. Okay, and these 3 panel doors, and this one on the furthest right would be my TV, so-called tall unit TV console. Let me just open up. Ta-da! Okay, so whatever device that you have, you can put it inside here. Okay, and also you will have a side cable management trunking. Okay, at the side there. Okay, so this cable management, you can throw your wire down here and all the way to the TV itself. Okay, then also another thing is, you see we have a soundbar here. Every soundbar will come with a woofer. So we are thinking, even then my woofer, where can I put it? So for this owner, in fact you can either put it beside your sofa, because woofer just need a power point. It doesn't need to be wired up to the soundbar itself. But for them, they decided to put it at the side here. Okay, which we plucked out for our photo shoot. We don't want, we try to keep the space clean. So at the side, at the corner here. Okay, this corner. Alright. Okay. And and it come in here lah. Yeah, it come in here. So the wire can be wired. Okay, now if you see, right, why I design my doors, to have this batten details, right, is now I really challenge myself not to use batten, not to use fluted pedal, but so this I only use 3 lah. I only use 3 only. Why? It's because it's either I use batten, then I create groove like this, okay, so I can remote and sense like whatever is inside, if let's say remote sensor is required, or I can do a black glass panel so I can sense whatever is inside now. So for this I have to thanks Clover Space, Fina, for like helping me to sort this out, because this is a very long 3 strip of like a carpentry, and if you see they have created an inner frame like this that hold these 3 batten together. See, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, these are the things, right? Only I will say carpenters that is really detailed and care about aesthetics, then they will design this way. If not, you know what they will do? This panel, right, they will create as such that it will flush. You won't see it recessed in. So I really appreciate such construction details. Like you do something, you think of how to make it look nice as well. You don't do it for the sake of doing so. Clover Space, good job on the carpentry portion. Okay, then so I explained this door. So the rest are intact, so I'm not so worried. I think nothing much to shout about for this other door. Basically, it's all full height storage. Okay, it's all full height storage inside. Now, another thing that I would want to explain here will be my living TV feature wall. So it has been, I want to do something like this. So when I want to design something like this, right, I have to think of how to keep it really clean, really simple, and I have to think like, okay, this is what I want. So next thing will be my details, my framing. Like you see, I create a black frame that frame out the TV feature wall. Okay, so this will be my details 1. So details 2 will be my material. So what material can I use for the TV feature wall itself? Okay, as we can see, it's go full height, and it's a huge featured piece. Yeah, which means that we need to be careful with our material usage. For example, if you are using laminate, then laminate there is a height restriction. So you might see joint line horizontally and also vertically, and that wouldn't look so nice. So for me, I decided to go for wallpaper instead. So the wallpaper usage is later, I'll talk about wallpaper later. Okay, you have to choose something that is unique enough, but yet not too loud that it overshine the rest of the house. It become like like an eyesore. So it must complement everything nicely. It must complement the black details. Must complement the wood laminate. Yeah. So the whole house need to go nicely lah. Okay. So I'm really happy with how this whole thing is done out. Okay. So we are done with the living room. Now let us take you to the master bedroom. Okay, but before we go there, maybe you can check out the rest of the area, like how we start up the place. Now, before we go to the master room, okay, now I have shared my design intent, I shared my detail. Then, for now, let's sidetrack a bit. It's a knowledge sharing time. So meanwhile, while I share this knowledge, right, you guys feel free to throw a question. because at the end of the life, we will answer them accordingly. Okay. Now, so one of the knowledge sharing that I want to share in this video would be, I want to clear a few like myth. Okay. Now, one, a lot of some people, some owners may think that for us, we only select like huge major projects to do, okay, or a huge budget. Now, that is not true. Okay, why? Let me explain to you. So, at the end of the tour, when I show you, when I finish touring the house, I can, in fact, right now, I can tell you this house, the budget is about 50-60K. So it would be wouldn't be correct to say that we only want to do big project, like must be 100K, 200K, so on and so forth. No, it doesn't mean that. Yeah, so it really depends on your expectation. Now for, let's say for this project 60K, I would say that the renovation itself is only about maybe 30K. Yeah, because why? Now the second myth that I want to clarify, that we don't say that we don't just do major project. It must be a big scale. No. Like for this, why we can keep the reno at 30 is because our main area of design work is just living and master, which I'll show you later. But of course, if you want to do the common as well, you want to have the study, you want to have the nursery, then all these things will kind of add up. Or if you see the kitchen, you're not happy with it, you're like, oh my god, why is the kitchen so ugly? I know the color I don't like, I really want to change. And why is my DB box there? Can you help me to conceal it? No, it's very ugly. So if you want more things like that, definitely we'll need more budget. But that also that means that sorry?
And timeline.
Yes, and also timeline. Yes, so I clarified two things already. That means that we only select big budget. It depends on your expectation. If like this owner, you just expect us to do living and master, and this is how much you wanted to spend, and we will respect that. And we think that hey, it's realistic. Okay? Or even so, we are not just talking about renovation. We are talking about furnishing as well, because not to forget, we have to take care of this portion. Just like their sofa. This sofa is from Castlery. Okay? To be honest, it's a nice piece of sofa. It's not that bad, but we have owners that after they go and test Castlery sofa, right, they say okay, not bad, but after they go to another like shop, for example, King's Living. Okay, so after they say King's Living sofa, then they think back, they will think that, Castlery sofa 不是人做的，这样硬, they'll tend to complain. They'll tend to, like their expectation, their requirement change already. So with this, right, means what? We need more budget for furnishing as well. Yeah, so end of the day, I don't think that I really want to clarify that it's not that we are selective about our budget, but we will try to manage your budget accordingly to your requirement. Then if we can't manage your budget and can't manage your requirement, that would be the time whereby we wouldn't be able to take up the project. Because really, whole house Taobao I also can't do, means we cannot do it. Not say we play hard to get or we only want this and that. No, it doesn't mean it that way lah. So I hope that this video I clarify this point lah. Okay? Good. Now let's move to our master. Okay, like why I say you see this whole house, right? I wallpapered this whole house. Now, because we never do anything to our common bedroom. Now, boy, you can come on there. Okay. So how to keep costs low? Normally I'll tell owner, if you don't do, then totally don't do. Yeah, like this room. We just install curtain for them, like the walls are painted, then just boom, a ceiling light, that's it, functional, practical, can use as mahjong room, bright enough. Yeah, then you save money. But if you say, I want here to have a study table, I want to book 100 books, all that kind of thing, right? Like one room, you want to do up nicely, you want to have false ceiling, you want to have, at least you need to budget another 10K for the room itself. So that's how, let's say the budget for reno 30, then they want to do up one more room, another 10K, so be 40. Okay? Okay. So for them, also bathroom is very nice. We also never do anything. Yeah, but for some condo, I understand that this condo, I would say what the developer really very good. Their finishing, everything is very nice. Like even they give like mirror with mirror light like this. I have some other condo is I understand are really broken. You guys want to redo because they never give you very colorful stuff. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is another common room lah. Same lah. We also mahjong room. Okay. Okay. Next, master. So wallpaper, for ceiling, everything must do sweet nicely already. This is where we factor our budget. Okay. Now the existing wardrobe, we try to design. It's a very muted color, so we try to match the existing wardrobe color. Here the developer is very nice, never give them funny looking color. And in fact, the interior also not bad. Yeah, side profile, very good. Yeah, I approve, very nice. Okay, so wardrobe intact. Okay, now my feature point and my design aspect would be this full height, I would say full height bed head feature wall. Okay, so that's where we tend to throw in a bit more budget to want to do, we do all the way. If of course there are ways to save. For example, you can go for half height, you can save half the cost. But if you want to do up something like this, I would say that all in per bedroom, you throw in about 10K should be enough. Okay, you just play with the material. Okay, so for my bedside, right, let me just explain some of the design language here that we are going for. Okay, number one would be bedside table. For me, my bedside table height, okay, my bedside table height, I like to have it like around my bed height, which is my bed frame, divan bed frame plus mattress. So I like to align it. Okay, so this one, my divan bed frame is customized from Bluffing. So shout out Bluffing, thanks a lot for always customized, very beautiful sofa, then bed cushion bed head. This cushion bed head is also by Bluffing. Okay, so thank you Bluffing. Now the thing about customization is you can decide the height. So if you like to buy the very gao mattress, right, then I need to know what is the total height lor. Okay, because below this a storage space. So storage space there is a minimum requirement one lah. So plus your gao mattress, I need to know what is the total height. Then I can decide my bedside table height. Okay, so now for my bedside table height, another details that you guys take note for bedside table, try not to do too thick of a profile. So normally I like to keep it at 150 mm, because if too thick, then it will look not very nice. Okay, so this will be my slim profile bedside table, and since it's at quite a height, so there is still a lot of space below. And if you come in from the main door, right, this will be the first feature that you see. Now, I do not want this to be too near my wardrobe. So, but I don't want it to look like it's imbalanced as well, the left and the right side. So on this side, I have created a latch below that goes all the way as much as possible to near the wardrobe, but smaller, bigger, slightly bigger than the bedside table. And for this latch, I have a detail here as well. I don't want it to be just plank, like one plank like IKEA shaft. No. So I want to have like a recessed details like this. So it looked like a suspended tray. Now when we design something like this, I have to thanks Clover Space again, our carpenters, because this tray design, right, because it's suspended and it's so long. So that's the profile, that's the, I would say, the minimum thickness that I think will look good. Initially, they told me that we need at least 50 because they need to have some support inside to make it secure. But after that, I said, no, please, guys, figure out something. Definitely, we can do something out on. So for most carpenter, they will tell you, 没有人这样做 one lah, this one must be so thick. But Clover Space, they all can sort it out for us. So they are carpenter power. Okay, so this will be my shelf. And I have LED lightings below to light out the shelves. And I keep this area open. So in fact here, right, this segment here, I go for a tinted glass mirror. Now another details, the details, everything out here would be the material finishing. Now this is the same wallpaper as the living TV feature wall. So in between the wallpaper and the mirror, I have included an inlay, like this, a black inlay. So it's finished up nicely. Okay, so the same design language of having a frame around of our feature wall has been brought over to our master as well. As you see, we have this black frame that around the bedside panel on the left and on the right. Okay. Okay. Then for my cushion panel, so instead of very boring like symmetrical kind of segmentation, I decide to have it at assorted panel size. So some big, some small, and not only are we talking about the size, we're talking about some is like slightly protrude out as well. So that helped to create some contrast and some detail, so the whole thing doesn't look too boring. Okay, so next thing would be now lightings. Lighting is also very important, huh? Like you see at my TV feature wall, right? Usually, it's a big head feature. I like to have lightings above so you can shine and create that scallop lighting effects on my cushion bed head. Now, some owners, they might be concerned, because maybe, I don't know whether it's feng shui reason, people don't like to have lights above their head. So if you have that requirement, that consideration, you can let us know as well lah. But of course, if without that, then we will not have, wow, this very showy effect already lor. Then, of course, you see one master bedroom, I can say so much until, wow, I cui da already. Because all this thing, right, is, it doesn't happen overnight, right? Like for us designers, we really spend the effort to go and think through a lot of details for you guys, which is why it is, I would say, like, it's never a very simple job. And so we are very thankful. For example, I'm very thankful towards this owner, Yiling and Kevin, for trusting me so much with their projects and really empowering us through the process, confirming things fast with not much changes. All these things is really help to create a very positive renovation journey experience, not just for designers but also for homeowners themselves. Yeah, but of course there are some things that I try to push until I want to already, but I still give in. For example, like switch. Okay, for me lah, I like to go for colored switch because I would think that, wow, do I get like that, then white switch would be a bit damaged. But owners may think that it's okay. I respect that. Yeah, but I would think that at least it will be my job lah. A lot of things I make life, not just me, my or other designers as well, Bo, Junyuan, Christy, whoever. We will tend to have the habit of making our life difficult, to fight with you, to try to tell you don't do this, don't buy this, don't do that. We'll fight until I don't know lah. We'll just we want to make sure that everything is look good. Yeah, but end of the day, like I say, we respect you guys. Hopefully, like you all can understand also that sometimes, for example, for changes, it's not say we don't want to help you, but we need time long. And sometimes some changes will affect the overall schedule, and cannot be we help to change, then end up remain the same schedule. It wouldn't be possible, because I would say for all of us, like I say, every month, because of the scale of work that we are doing, every month we are only able to take out one project. But that doesn't mean that we only have one project per month. In that month, we may be doing one new mood board, and we may be doing one that is going to start work. So we need to prepare the furnishing list, the design details, and we may be another project is start work halfway, going carpentry. Then we need to prepare elevation drawing. So when all this add up together, it can be quite overwhelming for us to really respond to some of the changes. Okay, but of course, we will do our best lah. This part is we seek your understanding on that. Okay, shall we go back to the living room, or y'all want to see any more things here? Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. Okay, so whatever you see here, the owner very funny. Asked me, 我会用这些咩？ Like, 为什么有这么多这些东西 sometimes? Okay, and in fact, I realized that a lot of our owners, right, they, really all this is for me, and they get so excited. Yeah, at the end, and that kind of make us, I feel, yeah, it's for you, because it's part of our service to accessorize the place. But we also have a couple of owners that upfront tell us, no lah, Ben, I don't need all this. Which is fine as well, because I have a project at Juniper. The owner is very good with styling. In fact, I think he did quite a good job. And he liked to buy, he's able to buy all these things, that's fine as well. Yeah, because for us, we are okay to take up, as long as you guys know how to style it. And we can still feature your house, because that will be our intent. Yeah, to feature a house, not just to build portfolio, but really to to be excited together with you guys. That while you're building a dream home, we are excited to help you build a dream home also. Yeah, so everything is for you, including like the fitted sheet set. Like this set is from Sunday Beddings. Okay, it's so good. In fact, we are using it for, I would say, all our projects. Okay, 好吧，出去吧。Okay, so now it's question air time. So Bo later will have to scroll through and see like what question you guys have for me. Can I try to answer that? Okay. Yeah, later I'll talk about the wallpaper thing. The line.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Someone asked, do you change the floor, living room?
The floor? No. Yeah, we never change the floor and stuff.
How much does the whole reno cost?
For this entire project, the whole reno itself is about 30. Then if we include everything, the furnishing, all that, total come to about 60. Yeah.
Guys, feel free to ask any questions. Someone's Mingchi say, hope to see more BTO projects.
Oh, BTO, yes, we do BTO as well. Like just now when I clarify, right, we don't select the must be big figure or must be a certain type. No, we don't do that. Yeah. In fact, I'll say that we do any form of houses as long as budget and requirement is kind of like match.
So asking, where do you purchase your wood laminate and what color is that?
That is very technical. Okay. So if I'm not wrong, my wood laminate is from Lamitech, but what code and what name, I can't really remember. Yeah, because like by the time you guys see it now, right, this project is probably like designed half a year ago. Yeah, that's how long it might take. Because a lot of owners, they engage us about half a year to 1 year in advance. Yeah, because they want to kind of like secure a slot in advance and finalize their design even before their key collection. So try not to wait until too last minute. Like 1 month before you collect key, then you kanchong, you come. Yeah, then usually that would be kind of very tough for us to onboard.
Just now the Minchi say, okay, next year my house at Punggol, maybe we will engage you. I like bold style, ha ha ha.
Yes.
She say, okay, what kind of lights do you usually like to do for bathroom?
What kind of light? For me, as long as it's not white lights, I'm fine. But I would like warm light, that's for sure. Yeah. And not down lights, please.
How about the design of the light?
Design of the light, it really depends. But I'll try to go as small as possible. Because a lot of bathrooms these days are not very big. So try not to overkill it by using like too big size one. Try to go for mini one. Nowadays there's a lot of light design that is very small but is strong enough to light up the space.
I think that's all.
Okay, so one last point that I want to share would be the wallpaper. Okay. Now, you see this wallpaper that we are going for, right? Okay. Now, the green, instead of like vertical, it's kind of like horizontal design. So for horizontal design wallpaper, right, the joining of the wallpaper is quite, I would say, it's quite easy for us to see the join line. Yeah. So I would think that our wallpaper installer have did a relatively good job on this one already. But there are some cases whereby it is impossible to make sure that it is so perfectly joined because it is running horizontally. So if you are going for such design, do take notes that this is not considered defects if you are able to see the line. Yeah. Even for like for example, for a wallpaper like this, sometimes you are able to see the joint line as well. But for me, as a designer, I would think that this is acceptable and not consider defects. Okay?
Yeah, there's some questions. Someone asking wallpaper vs texture pen.
Wallpaper via textured paint, it depends on what kind of design or what kind of vibe that you're going for. Textured paint, I would say that is quite raw and organic, whereby wallpaper there is plenty of options, plenty of materials that you can go for, and plenty of colors that you can play with. So it is quite versatile in that sense, and it would be the pricing, the costing will be lower than texture paint.
Is wallpaper hard to maintain?
Okay. Currently, right, honestly speaking, like we have been like around for close to 7 years. So far, we have not have any owner come back to us and say that, hey, wallpaper keep on having a problem. Then asking us to go back to help them to rectify and stuff like that. So far, no, we have not faced that kind of issue. But of course, I can't deny under Singapore climate, things might happen. But for some of my owners, they think that, when it happened, then I change the design or then I change the wallpaper. That is their mentality lah when they're going for wallpaper. If not generally, I think it's fine. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys so much for catching our live. So for our second live for the day at Parc Esta. So yes, thank you so much. Good night. Bye.